Game 1 being brought to Smashville, of course.
So this is where, oh, Xerom was the one who put Boston into losers early on in the bracket, right?
Yep.
Wow. How did that happen? Were you here commentating for that?
I was. He was just on top of his play. Something that Boss really capitalizes on is when players fall into a habit.
Yes.
You know, they'll be doing the same things over and over again. Xerom was doing a phenomenal job of not doing that. Every time he got in there, he was doing different mix-ups, approaching in different ways, recovering different ways.
Okay, that's interesting. Where does Xerom come from? Because when I left, which was only like, a month ago or so, I haven't seen this guy before.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard too much of him either, and he's really putting in work. Tried to get the flush, and very nice, going very deep, getting that down air spike.
That was gross.
Solid play there from Boss. He is saying, I don't care you sent me to losers. I'm sending you into the nether. So I'm going to try to do what he can to bring himself back into this, but that does leave him open to get grab punished, as we just saw.
It's actually kind of interesting because whenever Boss gets sent into losers early on, if he ends up playing that person again, he goes into absolute hunt mode.
Oh, yeah. As we're seeing him do right now, he's just going in on him.
Wow.
Ooh.
With just a minute and 9 seconds.
Bad DI from Ness did cost him that first game there. At least I think. I don't think that was a raw kill.
Well, maybe we'll see a repeat of, or like, some of what Xerom was pulling out in winner's bracket to see, here in the second game. But, he's going to be looking like he's out of this before,
we'll have to see.
Not too long.
He does have the counter pick on his side. He does opt to go to Town and City here. I like that pick from him. Will be easier to kill Luigi off the top, which Ness is able to do pretty well with those falling up airs, stuff like that. And if he can get the back throw from the other end of the stage, it can actually kill off the top if percent's high enough.
We're actually seeing a lot of nice strings coming out from Xerom. Just really well rehearsed, really well executed. And I'm wondering if, because again, this is the first time I'm seeing this player, and I'm wondering if this is one of those, just taking Boss out. First time I'm seeing him, if he's going to be one of those players that just kind of comes in, starts.
Oh, Xerom is a top 3 player. He gets nothing less than top 3.
Oh, really? Where's he from?
I don't know where he's from. He's Nazo's cousin, the Sonic player.
Oh, okay.
So
has he been entering here at the cave?
Both the tournaments, this is his 3rd cave tournament, and both the tournaments he entered, he got top 3. And last time he was here, he actually took out Viceroy, or he put Viceroy in losers, but lost to him in the run back in losers finals. We're
seeing a similar situation play out here. Boss is really running this back. Xerom did have a pretty nice lead at the start, but Boss was able to catch on and rack up his own percent and catch him with that up smash yet again, removing that first stock from this game.
And already he's at 31. Oh. Out of 31 and then back to 31.
Yeah. Ooh, very smart. Trying to use the electric cannon charge thing to get him, but Boss was able to shield it just fine.
We're actually seeing a lot of really cool tricks coming out from him. Ledge trumping, just the way that he executes the strings really well. What he's trying to do is when he absorbs, whenever Ness or...
Ooh, very nice falling off there.
Lucas is the same way, but whenever Ness will absorb a projectile, he can actually jump right out of it. I don't know if it's frame 1 or what the time window is for it, but he's trying to absorb these fireballs and then punish Boss for coming back in. But Luigi's grab window is so huge that once he tries to jump up out of it, he's getting grabbed for it. So he's going to have to come up with something new. Boss, and of course, Boss's timing is just...
Seeing a very close game, too, here. I really like the strings we're seeing from Xerom. We'll see a lot of Nesses opt to go for the grab right after the PK fire, but Xerom recognizes that Boss is at too high of a percent where he can't get anything off of the throws. Ooh, very nice. Reading that roll get up with the falling up air.
So bringing it back from, basically a two-stock deficit.
Yeah, Xerom's really trying to bring himself back into this.
We could be seeing, exactly what we saw, earlier on in the winner's bracket, so.
Potentially could, although that was a 2-0 for Xerom, actually.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah. You could even tell you know when like Boss will lose a game 1, then he turns on the afterburners and brings it back. Even when he did turn on those afterburners, Xerom was able to bring it 2-0.
So we're looking at, you know, potentially the next big player here in this region.
Could be. He has a very solid Ness, and he's denting the armor in Boss, you know.
And, you know, as we know, Ness is not a weak character at all. You know,
there's a down throw into the forward air string.
From what we're seeing, you know, just being able to take games off from Boss, being able to put Boss on losers, you know, that's not a character.
Yeah, that's not because he's playing Ness. Boss has gone against plenty of Nesses and, you know, has shown his matchup knowledge of it. This is Xerom being such a strong player. He's doing things that a lot of people in the region have tried to do for so long.
Which is really nice to see because, you know, sometimes if you start seeing the same players over and over again, things kind of get stale. And, you know, we've been seeing a lot of people just kind of asking for somebody to kind of rise up and start taking out the top players in this region. We're starting to see that more.
Ooh, very nice Nair, catching him in that PK fire. We'll get rid of Boss's first stock. Yeah, that's really the beauty of Smash 4, where, as you were saying, people could just come in and start winning. Like, this isn't a game where...
well, with the right amount of hard work and dedication.
Right, this isn't a game where, like, all the top tiers are set in stone and, you know, you can't climb up the ladder as easy as you could in, say, Melee or something like that.
Right, right.
This is a game where, really, anyone can beat anyone, really, unless it's against Zero.
We all know how that usually goes.
I really like how... Ooh, Boss missing the tech, but he did save his second hit, but was caught with the down smash.
Is this best out of 3?
Is it? 5.
Okay, okay.
Xerom is up 1 game. Score right now is 2-0.
Wait, 2-0? Didn't Boss win again?
Or 2-1, I'm sorry.
I'm actually, again, you know, this is my first time seeing what is it? How's it pronounced? Xerom? Xerom?
Xerom.
Xerom. This is my first time seeing Xerom, and wow.
Yeah, same here. And
kind of mind blown.
Here we see him taking out people like Boss. Boss is going to be switching characters. I wonder to who.
It's interesting too because, you know, once you see Boss switch off of characters.
Yeah, like Luigi's the character he plays when he wins Xanadu's, you know.
Right, right.
When he's, you know, defending the house against out-of-staters. So the fact that Xerom can scare him away from his #1, that's impressive as
absolutely.
the F word.
You know, we have no idea what to really expect from this next game. Boss has definitely got a history of either pulling out something very surprising, or sometimes he'll drop the effort. So, you know, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens here. Whenever he pulls out the Warrior, though, it's always a treat because, you know, as you know, Warrior's a little bit of a novelty character in this game.
Warrior's pretty interesting in this game, yeah, and just the way we see Boss's playstyle integrated with the character, it really does wonders sometimes. And I guess that's what Boss is looking for in this matchup now. You know, he is down a game, and this is game point for Xerom. So I do imagine he's going to be trying every trick he can to bring himself back into this set.
Absolutely, and as we can see here, he's just biding his time, waiting to punish Xerom. And as you know, as that timer ticks down, he's going to have that waft, that down B, which is so unbelievably powerful.
It just takes, what, 1:50 for the full waft to charge?
I believe so. I know that's how it was in Brawl. In this game, I'm not entirely sure. I don't think they changed the timer, though, between games.
I doubt it, yeah. Otherwise, we would know about it. And I feel like that is something that would be common knowledge.
And we actually are really seeing this this change possibly helping Boss out. You know, he's starting to take his time a lot more. He's picking apart Xerom as best as he can.
Yeah, I really like how he's catching him with those nairs and forward airs after every whiffed attack that Xerom throws out.
Yeah, he's minimizing the damage that he's taking.
Ooh, tried to catch him with that, but instead we'll catch him with the down smash, and percents are pretty much tied up at this point. Only about a 20% difference right now.
He's starting to go in a little bit more, and he's getting punished a bit more than he was before. Just because of the fact that at the start of the game, he was really taking his time, just kind of catching him as Xerom was throwing out some moves a little bit preemptively.
Right.
Looking to see if he could read Boss is coming in, but Boss was taking advantage of it. And now, after Boss got his lead,
ready.
Then after Boss got his lead, you know, he started going in a little bit more, maybe feeling a little too comfortable. And now we're looking at an even stock where it was, what, 16% to almost like 83, 84.
Something like that, yeah.
So it's going to be interesting, but, you know, again.
A very nice grab into the back throw there, which
He
does
does
reset
retain-
timer on Waft, correct? Death
No,
does.
I
No, it
don't-
does not. He's still flashing, so he still has the Waft on deck. I doubt he'll be using it to clear out this stock because Ness is still at 2 stocks right now.
Yeah, and he's going to, yeah, exactly. He's going to wait until he gets that second stock and try to make the most out of it.
And Xerom's aware of that, so he knows that he shouldn't be looking out for it. You know, it would be very surprising if Boss did opt to use it to get rid of his first stock here.
But at the same time, Boss is, you know, that type of a surprising player where if he...
Ooh, and he misses the tech.
Oh, man.
And Xerom takes winners finals. 3-1. Losers finals.
Wow.
I'm just so hyped right now because Xerom just beat Boss. Boss getting 3rd for the 2nd week in a row here at the cave.
Wow, that was definitely a
That
treat
was-
to see. I am actually...
Wow.
That was kind of surprising.
That was great.
I don't know, man. Boss has been playing a lot of Diddy recently. I don't know why he didn't go Diddy.